Hey, McKay here with Preach 360 and a tough question. Be honest. Are your sermons like a biology class? You know what I mean. Point one, point two, point three, where you cut up the text until it lies dead on the table. The Bible isn't a textbook, and so we don't need to preach it like a textbook. It actually is a drama. It's a drama of redemption. And dramas don't have main points. Dramas have movements. Dramas have acts or scenes, and usually four, because first the stage is set. Second, the conflict is introduced. Third, the hero shows up. And finally, new life is now possible. Points tend to be more artificial, and they mimic a lecture. Movement is organic, and it mimics a story. So what if your sermon could mimic the story of the gospel? Here's how I approach it. Instead of static headings, I use a single keyword to create a natural progression through the message that flows organically through these four questions. And you may notice they mirror the four scenes in a story. The stage is set. The conflict is introduced. The hero shows up. And then you get to see what new life looks like on the other side of his heroic act. So the questions that we work through for this scene kind of movement in a sermon is, number one, what is the truth about that keyword? Second, why do we struggle to live out the keyword? Third, how does Jesus fulfill the keyword for us? And finally, how do we now get to walk the keyword in new life? By grace in the power of the Spirit, as we live in union with Jesus. So do you see the difference here? Points tend to stop the flow. You get whiplash after every different point. Movements carry the listener along a path. It's a journey. We start with the truth of the text. We move through the resistance of the human heart and the flesh. We land safely in the finished work of Jesus, with now an opportunity for change, rooted to our union with Christ. Your people don't need a list. They need a Savior who meets them in their mess and gives them not just the promise of new life, but the power to experience new life. God didn't just relate to us in bullet points. We know this. He related to us in a redemptive narrative that focuses on a person, the person of Jesus. If this resonates with you, then maybe it's time for you to consider trading in your preaching manual for a gospel movement. By the way, I lead a community of pastors learning to preach this way, and we have a complete system. We have all kinds of resources, of video classes, plus an app that makes the process intuitive, easy, and quite honestly, a lot of fun. If you're interested, feel free to drop by the link below. Membership is free, and I would love to see you there. I'm McKay Caston, and this is Preach 360.